Welcome to our learning today. Today we are going to look at expressing fractions, that is algebraic expressions that are inclusive of letters and numbers, that is in a single fraction. So we are going to look at a few examples which are going to guide us and help us in our learning, and consider subscribing to our channel as we'll be getting notifications of our updates on the content in regard to mathematics. So we go straight to our first question. So our question states, express each of the following as a single fraction. So we are going to express a number of questions that are written in terms of numbers combined with letters, and then we are going to write them as a single fraction. This is a grade 8 concept according to the current CBE curriculum. So we have the first one is 2x out of 3 plus x out of 4. So in this case, what does it mean? As a single fraction, it means that we are going to have one term as an answer, which we have one denominator, and then we also have one numerator. So our solution becomes, we are going to go by the LCM way. So looking at these numbers, you have 2x out of 3 plus x out of 4. So we are going to find the LCM of 3 and 4, which is 12. So our LCM, which is 2x out of 3 plus x out of 4, we are going to equate it with our LCM, which is 12. From there, we are going to do the multiplication, division and multiplication of the numerator. So 3 divides 12 4 times. So 4 into 2x, that is the first term, plus, should be plus here. Let me extend that. So 4 divides 12 3 times. So we have 3 times the numerator above 4 is 3x. So our solution becomes 4 times 2 is going to be 8, but we have an x here, so that is 8x, plus, that is 3 times x is 3x out of 12. So in this case, our 8 and 3 have the common letters, which is x, and when they are alike, we can add them. So it's going to be 11x out of 12. So that number can also be expressed as 11 out of 12x. So this is our final answer, and we are going to realize that we have just one single fraction, because 11 and 12, they cannot be simplified any further form. And then we also have our second question. Which reads as m minus n out of 5 plus we have 2 minus m out of 6. 2 minus m out of 6. So our solution, we look for the LCM for the denominators first. So the first solution is looking for the LCM of the denominator. So the LCM of 5 and 6 is 30. So our solution becomes m minus n out of 5 plus 2 minus m out of 6, which is going to give us, so the denominator of our equal sign, that is the other side, is going to be 30. That is our denominator for, that is our fraction. So 5 divides 36 times. 5 divides 36 times. Then we are going to multiply it by m minus n. M minus n is the numerator below, that is above 5. And then we have this plus here. 6 divides 35 times. So we write 5 into the numerator above 6. That is the numerator, that is for the denominator 6. It is 2 minus m. So from there we are going to, that is identify our numbers. So we have opening of bracket is 6m minus 6n plus 10, 5 times 2, minus 5m. Out of, that is our 30 here. So from there, we are going to have the common terms. 6m, we can combine it with minus 5m. So we're going to have 6m minus 5m minus 6n plus 10. Out of, that is 30. So from there, 6m minus 5m is going to be m, that is 1m, but in mathematics we just write m, and then n does not have another number, and then we also have 10, which does not have another similar number, probably which does not have a letter. So our solution is going to be, we are going to have 6 minus 5 is m plus, not plus, should be minus 6n, minus 6n plus 10, out of our number that is 30. So that is the final solution. In another case, you may find that the numbers are separated. So if we separate each of the terms, it's going to be m out of 6, not 6, it should be 30, m out of 30 minus 6 divided, that is 5, so it's minus n out of 5 plus 1 out of 3. That is 10 divided 30 is 1 over 3. Then 6n divided 30 is minus 1n. So we just write n, and those are going to be our final solution. So we can go to our third expression. So our third expression is of this nature. We have x out of 4 plus x plus 3 out of a common denominator, that is 2, and then plus x plus 3 again out of a denominator of that. So in this case, we are going to find the LCM of 4, that is 2 and 3. So the LCM of 4, 2 and 3, it is 12. So we are going to use 12 as our common denominator. So we are going to have x out of 4 plus x plus 3 out of 2 plus x plus 3 out of 3 is going to be, we have a common LCM, which we have said is going to be 12, because 4 goes to 12, 2 divides 12, and also 3 divides 12. So we start with the first term. 4 divides 12 3 times, and then we multiply the numerator of that first term. Second term, we are going to have plus here, which is this one. 2 good divides 12, that is 6 times, so we have 6. Into the numerator of 2, we have x plus 3. And then we go to the third one, it is a plus again. 3 divides 12 4 times, so we write 4 here, times the numerator of the first, that is the third term, x plus 3. So we are going to have our number being, that is 3x. We now open up the bracket. Our number is going to be 3x plus 6x plus 6 times 3 is 18 plus 4x plus 4x plus 12. So the like terms together, and then the common denominator is 12. So the common, that is our common numbers, not common, like numbers. They are going to be, like terms are going to be put together, because we have an x, we have an x, we have an x here. So 3x plus 6x plus 4x plus 18 plus 12. Out of that is 12. So 3x plus 6x is 9x. 9x plus 4x is 13x. So we are going to have 13x plus 18 plus 12 is 30. Then we have out of 12. So 13 and 12 cannot be divided further or simplified further, but this one can be simplified further. So this one is when it is combined, and then we are saying this, that our solution here, it should be as a single fraction. But now, if you do it as we did this one is not a single fraction. So our answer should be this case when you are specified it should be a single fraction. I did this so that we are able to separate, because in another situation, you may be asked to give an answer in this case, but our answer as a single fraction was m minus 6n plus 10 out of 30. So we can go to our fourth question, our fourth question on the simplifying or expressing our algebraic expressions in terms of a single fraction. So we have our part D, which is y minus 3 out of 4, that is, sorry, it is 3 not 4, plus 5 into 2x plus 3, the whole of it out of 1. So our solution here, we are seeing some numbers inside the bracket. There should be a bracket here. So the first thing, we are going to make this simpler by opening up the bracket of the second, that is the term. So it's going to be solution becomes y minus 3 out of 3, and then we're going to have plus 5 times 2 is 10x plus 15 out of 1. So we are going to have the LCM of this. The LCM is still 3. So 3 divides 3 once. So it's going to be 1 times y minus 3 is y minus 3 into 1 plus, which is here. 1 goes to 3 times. 3 into the numerator of the second term, which is 10x plus 15. 10x plus 15. So our solution here becomes y minus 3 plus 30x plus 15 times 3 is 45. So here in this case we have 3 and 45, which are non-letter numbers, and then we have divided by the whole thing out of 3. So y plus 30x negative 3 plus 45 is going to give us plus 42 out of 3. So as a single fraction, because y and 30x and 42, they are not common, because they don't have something that is going to make them similar in all of them. So our answer remains to be y plus 30, x plus 42. So we go to the last question, which is part E, or number 5. M minus 7 out of 8 plus 2 minus 3b out of 6. So our solution to this, we begin with the LCM first. And the LCM of 8 and 6 is 24. So our solution is that we have a minus 7, should be a minus 7 out of 8 plus 7, that is 2 minus 3b out of 6. So the common LCM here, 8 and 6 is 24. So we have our common denominator, which is 24. 8 goes to 24 3 times. 3 times the numerator, 3 times a minus 7 plus, because here we have a plus, 6 goes to 24 4 times. So we have 4 times the numerator is 2 minus 3b. 2 minus 3b. So from there we have 3a, that is now opening up. We have 3a minus 21 plus 8, that is 4 times 2, minus 12b. Minus 12b out of 24. So the common terms here can be 21 and 8, because they are non-lettered. So minus 21 plus 8. So we have 3a minus 13, because minus 21 plus 8, it should be 13, and then minus 12b out of 24. So up to this point, 3a, 13, and 12b over 24 is our final answer, because we cannot make it any simpler, and we should always leave it as a single fraction as guided by our question. So up to that point, I want to appreciate you for watching this video. Remember to comment, share to your friends, and also make a subscription and turn on the subscription button that is on your account. Thank you.